Welcome, everybody. I'm here with Nicki Phillips Martin, and I'm so excited. We are here to celebrate the publishing of her new book, and this is The Letter Thieves of Alphabetellus. And she's going to talk all about the book and about herself and her journey to becoming a published author. Welcome, Nicki. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, Jean.
It's great
to be here.
It's great to have you here. Yeah. So before we get into the book and talk about it, can you tell us, for the people that maybe don't know you very well, just tell us a little bit about who you are and where you live and if you're married, kids, and just a little bit about Nicki. Who's Nicki?
Okay. Right now I live in Southern California. Hemet, to be exact, if you know where that is.
Yeah.
It's near Palm Springs, but I'm married to my sweet husband, Jeffrey, and we just got married May in the pandemic year 19, so, or 20, yeah, 19. So not even 2 years yet. We have 2 dogs and a bearded dragon that we live with.
A lot of your friends and family members are just a few steps away.
They are
celebrating the publishing of your book. Yes. How does that feel? How are you feeling today?
Oh, it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I'm excited because they're excited for me, you know. So they're all around, they're all at the Clubhouse and setting up a party. We're going to have an Alphabetellus style lunch.
Yeah. That's good. You're gonna have to explain that to our listeners here in a minute. But I just want to read what you wrote in the beginning of the book here.
Oh.
This is dedicated to my family who waited for this day for years and still believed. So how important has your family been to you?
I have 5 grandchildren and 4 grown children. And they are my inspiration.
That's beautiful.
My youngest grandson is just over a year old. And my oldest granddaughter is 15. And I've got 2 others that came with my daughter's marriage, and they are 18 and 17. So we've got a whole range of kids there. And they're reading it, which is nice. So my daughter read it already, and she's going to read it to the grandkids. So that's cool.
It's so great that you have family members that support you, support your dreams, and help you make it come true. I think that's wonderful. And so can you tell us a little bit about your childhood growing up? Were you always creative and in many different ways, or did you just know that you were going to be a writer? Or tell us about that journey.
Well, I thought I'd be a writer sooner. I started writing when I was pretty young. My grandfather's writing encouraged me, and I had teachers that encouraged me, saw that I had potential and encouraged me in grades, you know, elementary school. So I guess I thought I would be writing. I took a writing course and didn't finish it. I had a problem with finishing things. I had 4 kids, and that came first, and you know, eventually, and I was writing, and that's why that one book didn't get done. And their dad was like, you know, it's too expensive. We can't do that. Can't publish, you know. So I put it on the shelf, and I have a whole box of things that I've written over the years, mostly poetry.
I know
and
how
I
that
should do
is.
something with.
Yeah, I know how
Yeah.
that is.
So
Mhm.
to have one out finally after all that stop and go is exciting. So
And you mentioned your grandfather. Can you tell us a little bit about him and why he inspired you?
uh, he was a wonderful man. Uh, he was the chief of police in Ashland, Oregon
Hmm.
for a long time. And when he wasn't working, he was often in his den, which was like a little library in the house. And I just loved it. And I'd go in there and hang out and look at books while he was typing away at his Royal typewriter. And he came out with a couple of books, and so
Wow. Mhm.
I guess that inspired me. But yeah, so that's a good memory I have of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was only 59 when we lost him. I was only 9 years old, but he was really good granddad to grow up with. So
Yeah. So he's probably smiling right now at you getting your book published. Huh.
yeah,
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 that's a good feeling. Yeah.
yeah.
So you mentioned how you kept writing things and then putting them in a box and writing things and putting them in a box. And then you decided to go with this book. And why did you choose this one to come out first?
Because, well, the way it came about was I had this little, I think it came from a dream. I had this little idea of a little kid's book that was about some bad people coming to a school or something and saying, we need to take one of your letters of the alphabet away, figure out which one. And the kids had to make their case of which letter they didn't want to let go of, like, no, I'd lose my dog if you take D, So I was telling this because I kind of thought of it again when I was spending the night with a friend, and we just started brainstorming that idea, and it grew and grew and took a left turn and became this.
Yeah.
So, and
So,
it was exciting. So I just, the other ones need things. They need illustrating, and the ones I had in the box.
mm,
This was no illustrations. I just, the big thing is that I finally had somebody that supported me and was willing to pay to get me into the publishing program that I'm in, the AAE. And so that was the big thing. I had a publisher behind me to do it. So,
and you said someone was willing to support you. And who is that? Can we talk about
my
that?
husband, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
We
So
weren't even
Jeffrey,
married yet. We weren't even engaged yet when he did that
that's
for me. So,
amazing that he
yeah.
supported you before you were married
Yeah.
and helped pay for whatever you needed. And it costs money to
Mhm.
publish a book. You
Mhm.
have to invest in, the cover and all the publishing,
Yeah.
all of it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's wonderful that
Yeah.
he supported you. You have
Mhm.
him. So let's talk about the book here.
Okay.
The Letter Thieves of Alphabetellus, and you can see it back behind Nicki there. So
Mhm.
what is the basic premise of the book? Tell us, who are there bad guys? Who are the bad guys? Who are the good guys? And kind of what's
Mhm.
happening here? Is it compelling cover? I love the picture. It's like, what's going on there? Who are these guys? And are they good or bad? Or what, and what's
Those are
happening
the
in it?
letters. Yeah.
And what time period is this? Is it like back with castles and kings and queens? And so tell us about that a little bit.
This is a really different book because there's castles, and there's two castles. There is a king and a queen. There used to be two sets of king and queens, but in the beginning, in the prologue of this book, the thing that happened before, that king and queen were lost in a battle, because when this valley was first set up, these scholars found this beautiful valley, and they wanted to build something unique. So they set up farms in alphabetical order, and the color of the farms were to be matched the farmer's first name. So all life was good, and then people were happy to, and it was also set back in time a little bit. But it's not in the era of king and queens of Europe, like it takes place more in the Old West. And these scholars just wanted to build castles and put kings and queens in them. It was their idea, and they found them. So, and they're wonderful people. They aren't stuffy royal, stuffy royals. They're more like the neighbors you want to have. They're like your favorite neighbors, these kings and queens. They're really nice.
So I don't want you to give too much away, but just generally, what would you say that you want a reader, a person to take away from this book? Like, what's the most important lesson or message that you're trying to convey to people in this book?
Well, the thing that happened in the whole premise of this story, they had people with evil intent come in the first place and try to take the simple rules and just take it to the extreme, because they could. And they just took the letter issue and just turned it on its head and just made life, they thought, miserable. There was a battle. People were lost, and that's all in the prologue. But the current story, they're being attacked again by a really evil guy, Destroyer, who you may recognize. And he's out for power. He's out for greed. He's turning these innocent guys into bad guys to do his dirty work. And then there's another group that comes in, and they want to make money on these people, and so they come in too. So these lovely Alphabetellus villagers, these little kingdom of Alphabetellus people, want to they need to find a way to take care of this nonsense and get rid of these bad guys. And there's even another bad guy that comes in the scene, and there's a lot they have to deal with.
So it's a story about believing in yourself and not letting others manipulate you, and standing up for what you believe in, and
that love will always win. And people shouldn't let outside constraints put restrictions on their life that aren't reasonable.
And that's a tough lesson for all of us, I think, in this time that we're living in, and all the time throughout history, just to believe in your own power and not be swayed by others who are louder, stronger, more manipulative, or whatever. Just to be strong in your thoughts and in your beliefs, and fight for that.
So that's what the book is about. And it's fun. It's like I said, it's not set. It looks like it would be back in the old castle era, but it's not. It's it kind of takes place in the US. It does, kind of in the Old West. It's at the turn of the century where things are just starting to get modern. But these people aren't, by choice, they're not in the modern part yet. But there's a city nearby that's going that way. And there's different, they're able to do different things because things are getting sort of modern out there. So I think probably about the early 1900s or something, But
So tell me, what is the next step for you as a writer? Do you have something to follow up with this book? Are you going to, you mentioned the prologue, are you going to be kind of telling us the story of that in a deeper way, or going on to a totally different book, or you have a box full of books? Are you going to dig in there and release another one of those? Or
Well, this is a series of 3, I think, maybe more in the end, but I have the Summer of Alphabetellus will come out soon. That's the first sequel. And then there's another one behind that. Other than that, I don't know. But the next thing that will be coming out isn't an Alphabetellus book, except that the main character is related to someone in Alphabetellus.
oh, okay.
So in this book, but it's a modern book, and it's about a girl that kind of falls into the trafficking world.
Okay.
But it's not. She's a fighter, and she doesn't let anybody get away with anything. So it's going to be a really cool book. So
Great. That's exciting.
and it's almost done, so it'll be out next.
Great.
So
well, that's exciting. So I understand that you have an offer for people that are watching this now for the premiere or watching on a replay, that if they are interested in getting the book, they just need to write down book in the chat, and that you're going to give them the weekend or until Monday at midnight for people to write down book, and then you're going to have a drawing and give away one of the people that is interested in getting a free book. Is that correct? Am I understanding it correctly?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
Great. And we'll have more detailed information in the chat about that. And anybody that wants a book, just write book and she'll give away. And this is a big book, man. This is a good deal to get this for free. This is exciting and for your enjoyment. And if people have more questions for you and they want to maybe contact you, how do they do that?
I am building a website right now, but it's not finished yet. But
so the best ways on your author page on Amazon?
My author page on Amazon is a good place. You can leave reviews there, and you can ask me a question there.
Okay, great. So we'll put that in the chat now below. We'll put that there. And so finally, I just want to ask you for some advice for people that are out there and are just getting so excited for you and feeling inspired, especially like you and me. We're seniors. We've been writing all our lives, and finally we're breaking through and publishing. That's very exciting for a lot of people that have been writing all their lives, and they've never taken that next step like you did, and breaking through that barrier. You said it was a lot of time before you finally were able to get this published. So what is your advice to break through maybe the emotional or mental or physical struggles that keep us from publishing? What is your advice on that?
Yeah. I did struggle with this one. I had moments where I thought, oh, nobody's going to like this book, Wait, I don't even want to finish it, I think everybody does that.
Yeah.
But I just prayed a lot. And I quit listening to the doubting voices in my head and just decided I'm going to, just set up a small goal, get this part done and get this part done. And if you just keep doing that, just set small goals for yourself, and just eventually you'll get there. And just turn off the doubting in your head, because that's the biggest drawback. People will like your book. They will want to read it, and,
yeah.
At least your family will.
Yeah.
And, it's good to get it done. It's just, even if nobody does, it's good to get it done for your own well-being, it's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. I think those are wonderful tips. Pray or rely on your faith, your inner guidance, surrender it over to that. That's a great tip. Turn off those negative, critical messages that you get in your head, doubts or fears. Turn that off. And then you mentioned, just get it done, do it for yourself. Don't be worrying about what others will think, or if enough people will like it or whatever. Find a greater reason, a greater purpose to getting it done. Do it for yourself, and then you feel good that you accomplished that. Yeah, those are great tips. Thank you so much for sharing that. And is there anyone else that you would like to thank before we close?
I'd like to show you the picture I made of the Lake of Alphabetellus.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, so
early in this interview, you said you've got people divided into the way it's divided in Alphabetellus. Can you explain that now, and then we'll go over and look at it?
Right. Well, in Alphabetellus, you are made to live by the letter of your name, like the letter of the law, the letter of your name, either your first or last name. Your farm has to be a color of your, that matches that letter. Your food. They just really put constraints that are ridiculous on these people, and then they come around and see if they can make money if you break the rules. So
that's what you're doing at your party?
I'm doing it at my party. But I said, if you come to this party, you have to bring a lunch food that starts with the letter of your name. So that was a trick for some people.
Did anybody have a weird name, like a Q or something that would be hard?
Not that came to the party, but yeah, it was interesting writing the book with that constraint too.
Yeah. Or I said, is there anybody else you want to thank? Because after we get over there, we won't be able to hear you probably.
Oh, well, I just want to thank the Lord and thank my husband and thank my kids and everybody and Eugene and my other supporters in the business. And yeah, it's all good.
Wonderful family. Yeah.
My family.
Okay. Well, thank you, Nicki. I'm just so happy for you, and applause to you. And let's head on over now. Who have you got there with you, Nicki? Is this your son?
This is my son, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. It's so nice to see you and meet you. And you've got a big crowd in there.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of people. The whole family's there?
Yeah, we're trickling in.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So I just want to ask you, how proud are you of your mom, or how are you feeling about her publishing this book?
Oh, we're really proud. She's always been really talented as an artist in general. She's been great at drawing, poetry, all this stuff. And it was kind of a surprise when I found out that not only because she talked about it a little bit, but I didn't know how much progress she made until she was pretty much done and was getting it published. So yeah, it sort of came out of nowhere, and it's been great.
How amazing is that you're surprised she got a book done? So you've known that she's been writing all these years and finally getting it out.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm sure that you're feeling just overjoyed for her.
Yeah, that she can share just this knowledge and talent that she has. I remember she's always had just a general knowledge of so many things. It's good that she can put it into work. Like, I remember when we were kids, we'd watch Jeopardy, and she would be able to answer every question. She would be the winner every time, So,
oh, wonderful.
It's really great.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, you'll probably sort of see that, even though it's designed for a younger crowd. The general knowledge, sort of encyclopedic knowledge, will come through in the book.
It does, yeah, very much so. Yes, and do you have children yourself?
Yeah, my daughter Jillian. She just turned 16.
She turned 16. And do you
Yeah.
think that having a grandmother who's a writer would be of inspiration to her?
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's an artist herself.
she
So,
is. Oh,
yeah,
wonderful.
she really loves to draw animation. So, we're sort of directing her toward being an animator. So having a mother
Oh,
will,
how exciting.
that'll give her
Yeah.
some inspiration to,
Grandmother.
make a grandmother who, to make more, to keep pursuing that and to carry on with her own art.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking time to share your appreciation and how proud you are of Nicki. I appreciate you popping in here, and I know you guys are probably really hungry, and I'm going to let you go in there, and hopefully we can take a peek at the cake or something. You can walk the camera in there. I know we're losing the audio. You're kind of breaking up a little bit, or the visual, but maybe we can take a peek inside and see how much fun you're having.
All right. Thank you.
So, thank you.
We're walking. You can see the grounds.
Yes, it's beautiful.
There's the clubhouse.
There's the clubhouse. Okay.
Look at all the roses.
Yeah. Okay, wait, I just turned it on. Hi, is this Ethan?
Ethan.
Hi, Ethan.
Hi.
Good to see you. Are you having a good time?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Who else we got? Who's the baby behind you?
This is Zachariah and Malia.
Oh, Zachariah. Hi. Hi. And I'm sorry, I didn't catch the mommy's name.
Malia.
Aaliyah?
Malia with the M.
Aaliyah. Oh, what a beautiful name. Okay. So nice to meet you.
We'll go over and see the piano players over here.
I'm hearing some music over there.
This is Jillian.
Hi,
Tyler.
Hi.
Jillian and Tyler.
Yeah, can you see him?
Hi. Good to meet you.
Very good to meet you too. Do you have any lime at your house? No, I'm not lime. Lemon.
Oh, I can show you the Lake Alphabetellus here.
Okay. Wonderful. Oh my goodness, look at that. Did you paint that, Nicki?
Yes, I did yesterday.
You just painted it yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, what fun. So that's the lake in the book,
see
Lake Alphabetellus. Beautiful.
Thank you. This is Big Boy. He's a bison from the bee farm.
Oh, the bison. Oh my goodness. Oh, the bison from the bee farm. Okay.
And here's friends and family.
Hi, friends and family. Hi.
And this is Luke from the L farm.
Oh, great.
This is Timmy from the She farm.
Oh, what fun.
He's a very tame tiger.
So Nicki,
Yes.
you didn't ever say, what age group is this book appropriate for?
It's good for, I would say 13 to adult.
Okay,
But-
okay. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that age in your group right there at the
Yeah.
community building. That's great. Okay. Oh, the cakes.
Cakes. Where are the cakes? I think they're.
We'll end with the cake.
All the named food over here.
Is your food your alphabetical food?
My alphabetical food.
What you got there? Alphabetical food.
There's the 2 cakes.
Oh, okay.
And we've got red velvet cupcakes too.
Oh, wow. You're going to have fun.
Truffles. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. Oh, I have to show you where did the flower? Oh, these are some of the flowers of Alphabetellus. This is an Alphabetellus color bouquet.
Oh, how lovely. That's great. Okay. Beautiful.
The colors match the colors of the farms that are represented here.
Yeah. Beautiful.
We even have a Uno that's in the story.
Let me see here. Oh, look at that. Oh, what fun.
Yeah. Well, I hope people want to read my book because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of romance, drama, good guys, bad guys. It's got everything, and it's just fun to meet the village of Alphabetellus.
Well, thank you so much for bringing us into your home and into your party and into your family with so much joy and love and celebration and happiness, and for the message of your book that love conquers everything. And we're so grateful to be here. And again, if anybody wants a copy of the book, write down book in the chat, and Nicki will later calculate all those and draw one of them. The lucky winner will receive notification that they've won a free book. Okay, and she's going to let this extend for a couple more days for those that couldn't watch it on the live premiere. They're going to be able to have a couple more days to watch this on replay and get that book. And then we're closing it at midnight on Monday. So thank you so much, Nicki, and thank you, family, for letting us to come in and be with you on this launch. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.